Hello, my name is Jeff Gemiolo, and this is actually just a formal response to a situation. It's not meant for anybody except for one person in particular, but if you want to watch it, you can go ahead and watch it. For those that are not aware, I received a couple emails basically kind of threatening from a third cousin, which I said was a third cousin, but actually it's a second cousin by marriage. But actually what's funny is I was adopted. So it would be the adopted family, but the adoption was illegal, so therefore it means we're not really related at all. But whatever which way you want to call it. Either way, I've not seen this person in years. And a couple days ago, she wanted to text me on her phone, which my phone is dead. My phone number is dead because I'm homeless living in a car. But she goes over and wanted to text me a picture. It's a picture of her mother and my aunt. Both are still alive. I have not seen either one of these people in 30 years. Why all of a sudden now? And by trying to send this picture, she has went fanatical. And, oh my God, I cannot be homeless. What business is of yours? I'm on a faith test. I know. You're Roman Catholic. You don't believe in that. Well, maybe you should. Think about it. You may want to reevaluate your belief system because I'll be honest with you, from the amount of fanaticism that you have currently going on right now, you may want to check that because you may not be working for God right now. She did mention that, yes, well, God wants me in Mississippi. Well, I have bad news for you. If God wanted me in Mississippi, God would have told me that I'm moving to Mississippi. And actually, what's scarier is it wouldn't have been Mississippi, actually. It would have been Colorado, because that's where my brother lives. The same. And that's what's kind of weird about that is like, yeah, it seems kind of made up to me. So I can live, happy household with you, your mother, and your husband. So, I think you may want to reevaluate yourself at this point. You also made threats about, you may want to go over and, have the cops come do an evaluation on me. Go for it. Because the next thing I'm going to call is your local and have you kind of checked in. Because, to be blunt, I'm not doing anything to you. At all. I'm doing what the Lord asked me to do. He tells me to talk about stuff, I talk about stuff. That's how that one works. So, I don't understand why you're all in a bunch right now. But to help you out, let me quote Psalms 105:15. Do not lay a hand on my anointed, and don't hurt a hair on the head of my prophets. That's not a threat. I'm merely telling you that I'm in my calling. And as a Roman Catholic, you should know what a calling is. God calls people to do things. And anyone who interferes with that, you have to deal with the big man upstairs, not me. I couldn't care less. In fact, I forgive you, love and light, enjoy your day. But if you wanna go over and do the welfare check, do the welfare check. Because I'm going to go over and request a mental health check for you. And husband, you may want to check on her. Because I'll tell you right now, it seems a little off the top for someone you haven't seen in a long time. A long time. We're going back 2 or 3 years. And before that, it was actually 10 or 15. So, very interesting. As I said, all of a sudden just came across over a picture of people that I've not seen in 30 years. I have no interest in seeing, actually. So it makes me wonder where your motives here are. But my response is, on my own free will, I'm applying for jobs. The Lord said I can't work a 9 to 5, but he says I can interview. So I'm doing my job. It's not like I'm a parasite on humanity. I'm doing what I do. Unfortunately, not everyone hires software developers anymore that are over the age of 50. Saying. So this may take a little longer than expected. But at the same time, I don't understand where you actually have, quote, power over me to dictate my life. That I don't understand at all. And I'm sure God will help you with that decision-making process. I'm sure there's some judgment and karma going that way. Because that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. You just told another human being who's in their calling what to do, and like you're an authority. Oddly enough, it seems like kind of reminds me of a story in the Bible where the devil was talking to Jesus and said basically, I'm going to give you all this, and says, well, no, Jesus says, you don't have the authority to give me anything. Sound familiar, doesn't it? I think you may want to reevaluate things, because I'm of sound mind. So I don't get this, but you can do whatever you want. If you want to send your husband over, send your husband over. I look at it this way. If you were sent by God like you claim you will be, you will be able to find me without me telling you where I am. Because the Lord will show you where I am, if it was meant to be. I'm not hard to find. Trust me, I'm not. So, as I said, that message is not for everybody. It just kind of came randomly. And it was all like a tizzy. It's like, oh, really? I do have to make one correction. As I said, that was my third cousin. She lives in Mississippi. And she's not my third cousin. She's my second cousin by marriage. But, by the way, it was an illegal adoption. So, technically, prior marriage, I guess. I don't know. I'll be blunt. I just don't care about her at all. So, that's kind of how that one works. Anyway. I wish you all love and light. Have a great day.